Good day everyone. I'm Efraylyn Cruz from Bsit 3A BPO, student of ISU Kawayan City Campus. Before I start to discuss the topic entitled Capstone Project as a Thesis and a Research Work, I would like to greet you all a wonderful and blessed day. Based from CHED Memorandum Order Number 25 Series of 2015, the thesis capstone project are required for candidates for graduation in all computing programs. But the thesis and capstone project or terminal project requires that would not only demonstrate the student's comprehensive knowledge of the area of the study and research methods used but also allow them to apply the concepts and methods to a specific problem in their area of specialization. What is a thesis? It is a report of a scholar upon some piece of research which she has completed. In the area of computing, it is defined as a technical report of a systematic investigation of a problem that can be solved using computing. It may include a solution, an approximate or partial solution, a scientific investigation, or a development of results leading to the solution of the problem. Capstone Project, an undertaking appropriate the professional field. It should significantly address an existing problem or need. An IT capstone project focuses on the infrastructure, application, or processes involved the implementing computing solution to a problem. Responsibilities of a capstone project student. Upon enrollment in the thesis capstone project, the researcher has the sole responsibility conceptualizing, undertaking, monitoring, and writing in the thesis report. It is therefore necessary for all researchers to learn the necessary skill and competency in the conduct of a research, although there will be a assigned advisor who will guide the student researcher in the conduct of the study. It is not the advisor's responsibility to feed everything to the researcher, because this defeats the purpose of teaching a researcher to be independent and to be competent. Besides, it will be the researcher who will present the results of the study in the final oral defense, and not the advisor. Project duration. The thesis capstone project will be complete within 2 semesters. Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2, in the case that the student will not be able to comply the requirements within the prescribed semester, she will given another 2 semesters as extension to complete the capstone project. Failure to complete within the 4 semester duration, the student will be required to re-enroll Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2, considering the average lifespan of software is 3 years. In case the student will pass thesis Capstone Project 1 but will fail to complete Capstone Project 2 within 2 semesters, the students will be required to re-enroll thesis Capstone Project 1 and thesis Capstone Project 2. Letter B. Project Group Composition. The Capstone Project Group will be composed of a most 3 members, depending on the complexity of the project. The students will be allowed to choose their group members, but still the project teacher has the final decision to approve the said group depending on the capability of the members of the group. Letter C. Project Advisor. The Dean Project Chair is given to authority to select the students, advisor, and panel members based from the faculty members' competency and expertise on the capstone project topic. The selection of advisor for the Capstone project will be limited to those faculty members from the ICT. Appointment of advisors from other departments, colleges, institutions, universities will be allowed on a case basis. Contract of Service COS. Faculty members may handle Capstone project advisorship provided that there are permanent faculty member who will be a co-advisor to ensure that there will be somebody who will assume the advisorship once the contract of the former is terminated. The maximum member of Capstone project advisorship is 5 faculty members. Letter D. Panel composition. The Dean Program Chair will assign qualified competent faculty members who will constitute the defense panel. The defense panel should be composed of the following. First, Chairman, preferably the Dean Program Chair or faculty with at least master degree. 2 members, one may be a content expert. Letter E. Duties and responsibilities of the panel chairman. Brief the proponents research about the proposal hearing or defense program during the actual proposal hearing or oral defense respectively. Issue the verdict. The verdict is an anonymous decision among the 3 members of the thesis capstone project proposal hearing or defense panel. Once issued, it is the final irrevocable. Nominate a thesis capstone project for the Outstanding Research Capstone Project Award. Letter F. Duties and responsibilities of the panel members content expert. Validate the endorsement of the advisor. The panel serves as inter-auditors, putting some form of check and control on the kinds of thesis capstone project being approved by the college. Evaluate the deliverables. Recommended a verdict. Listen and consider the request of the advisor and or the proponents researchers. Nominate a thesis capstone project for the Outstanding Research Capstone Project Award. Letter G. Duties and responsibilities of the project thesis capstone project's subject teacher. The subject teacher is the default of advisor of all groups assigned to him or her. Announce research capstone project areas at the start of each semesters to the students. Conduct general meetings with the students to discuss the capstone project guidelines, policies, and deliverables, and to allow the students to raise and clarify issues. Select proposal, hearing, and oral defense panel for each team. Scheduled research capstone project activities such the deadlines of deliverables and proposal hearing and oral defense sessions. Post schedules, proposal hearing and oral defense guidelines, requirements guidelines, and other announcement. Furnish every member of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel with all the necessary capstone project documents before the proposal hearing or oral defense. File at least 1 copy and proposal hearing and oral defense panel's evaluation, including revisions, and the revise and approve the deliverables at every stage of the research capstone project. Submit located grades and students under his/her section for that terms. Letter H. Duties and responsibilities of the advisors. Ensure that study proposed by the student confirms the standard of college and has immediate to potential impact on the research trust of the university. Guides the research capstone project students in the following tasks while in the proposal stage. Defining the research problem, objectives in clear specific terms, building a working bibliography for the research, identifying variables and formulating hypotheses if any, determining research design formulation to be studied, research environment, instruments to be used, and the data collection procedures. Meets the team regularly at least twice a month. Note: the team must seek proper appointment to answer questions and help resolve impasses in conflict. Advisor must remind the proponents research to do their work properly. Reviews thoroughly all the deliverables at every stage of the research capstone project to ensure that they meet the department standards. The advisor may also require his/her proponents researchers to submit progress report regularly. Recommends the proponents researchers for proposal hearing and oral defense. The advisor should not sign the proposal hearing notice and the oral defense notice if she believes that the proponents researchers are not yet ready for proposal hearing and oral defense respectively. Thus, if the proponents researchers fail in the proposal hearing or oral defense, it is partially the advisor's fault. Clarifies point during the proposal hearing and oral defense. Ensure that all required revisions are incorporated into the appropriate documents and or software. Keeps informed of the schedule of research capstone project activities, required deliverables, and deadlines. Recommends to the proposal hearing and oral defense panel the nomination of her research capstone project for an award. As a special advisor, she is responsible to be a provider, an encourager, a dictator, a push boss, a connector, an employment agency. Letter J. Thesis capstone project presentation. As recommended by the Philippine Society of IT Education, PSITE, Research Committee public presentation is required. It should be a school-based presentation open for public viewing. Letter K. Thesis capstone project turnover. Project turnover is limited to the software developed, not including the equipment used during implementation as stated in the MOU. In the event the student is willing to donate the equipment, it must be stated in the MOU.